Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Melaina Landrio, and I want to say thank you for sharing space with me today, guys. I come to you today with a channeled message as well as mediumship. So I'm just going to jump on in. So today is October the 10th, 2024, and Spirit made me aware of some commotion going on upstairs. There was some activity last night as the night transitioned into the early morning. And above us, we started hearing some noises. It started with some thumping sounds as if someone was storming around upstairs impatiently. Except the thing is that everybody in my home was sleeping, so no one was doing this. Then I also heard this shaking noise, almost as if someone had hit the cupboard and it shook and reverberated the noise down. It was actually something, it was very, it startled me, that particular noise. Again, no one was up to create such noise in the space that we were at. So there could be significance here of something that had occurred. Perhaps details prior to someone's departure from this plane into the spirit realm as we transition from the night into the morning. Transitioning seems to be embarked throughout the reading so far, or the channel that I received. So places where it fits, guys. There may have also been a fight, maybe a disagreement, some form of discord or disappointment that was being reenacted to me by spirit as shortly after this all occurred. I had a visitation, and that happened around 1:51 a.m. 1:51 could be significance. This is a number of spiritual growth and transformation. A spirit made themselves known in their weight and shape as they entered my room and sat in my bed and then laid down. I actually thought my partner had come to bed, so the shape was significant to me. It felt like he actually came to bed. So this is a very strong energy that came in, a very masculine energy that came in. And when I actually said, "Hey," to my partner, what's going on, or they didn't respond to me, then I had the realization that this was a visitation. I turned over, I felt the area, there was nothing there. So I was like, okay. And then spirit started showing me, or this spirit started showing themselves to me as a middle-aged, large-build man. I feel like he was between 5'11", maybe 5'10" to 6 foot. So this could be significant. And he had fair skin. I think his skin could be oily, or he perspired a lot, on his skin. He was having some difficulty with balancing his energies from hot to cold, maybe. He also had some redness in his skin on his cheek area, his nose area. And I felt like this, when I think about that, this could be the result of what he ate or ingested. Maybe food intolerances or issues with maybe high cortisol levels could be significant here. There's also, I felt some pitting or some scarring on his cheeks, which could also be significant to maybe having acne or just not taking care of himself. Whatever it is, there's some sort of pitting or scarring on the cheeks. He also had brown eyes, and he had dark brown hair, and it was thinning. And he wore his hair, he showed me that he wore his hair very clean cut, short, and combed back. I also was made aware that he had full lips, and he may have a cap over one of his teeth. At first, I thought he had a gap between his teeth, but I wasn't necessarily seeing a gap. There's just something with his teeth, like he had a cap over one of his top teeth. Maybe it's a gold-plated tooth, or maybe it's a white plated, but it's shinier than usual. I don't know. There's something there with that. I feel like when he smiles, kind of I'm being showed right now the what's that movie there? Is it Home Alone with the robbers? And the guy smiles at the kid, and you see the shininess of the teeth of the one tooth. It's like that. I also feel like there's something interesting about this man's eyebrows. I'm not I wasn't fully seeing it. I just felt like there was something going on with his eyebrows. Maybe he has a birthmark in his eyebrow. I also heard the name Anthony, so that could be significant. He showed me himself wearing this thick silver, I feel like it's silver, but it could be gold, box chain necklace. Um, I really do feel like it's silver. It reminds me of what you would see like Run DMC wear, but not as thick or large. Like it was like a piece that's meant to stand out. It like shows like significance and like just recognizing Run DMC. It's kind of like that type of feeling. Like this person wore this necklace as a signature piece that he wears, and I feel like this is significant. He also wears, I get the sense that he also wears a lot of blue and gray. I also feel like he likes tracksuits, like maybe Adidas. I was shown like an Adidas tracksuit with gray stripes, not white stripes, which is significant as well. Maybe this could be, um, sorry. I also see him wearing a blue button up shirt. Like I felt like it was a button up or like a blue shirt that he wore over top of a gray shirt. So that could be of significance, those colors and what this man showed me he wears. At this point, I think I finished the connection. Like I think it was done, and I just went to bed. So today, earlier today, 10:01, I I started to see hundreds of geese practicing their takeoff, and simultaneously a song came into play. So the song was Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. But before I get into that, I just want to talk about the significance of the numbers that I saw. So 10:01 this morning, like if you think about the number 10 and then 01, it's a mirror reference. And this number is all about the start of new beginnings and personal growth, as well as the number, was it 151 when I was visited um, by, I'm assuming his name is Anthony. That's also a number of spiritual growth and transformation. So again, there's some significance with the spiritual realm and the living realm with growth and transformation. Like it almost feels like when one person passes, another is born. I don't know if you've heard that expression, or there's a form of expression like that. It's like that type of significance. It feels like something has occurred in regards to this type of experience. It's like the mirror image. When I see the mirror image, there's always some sort of reflection that I may be going through something and somebody else may be going through the opposite. So that is just something that always rings up in my mind when I see these types of numbers, especially when it comes to the connections that I get. So at 10:01, I started seeing the geese. Now, the geese, when they take off, they usually take off and they have this territorial type signaling. So being territorial could be of significance to this download today. Um, the loud honking that they advertise their presence of, it reinforces the ownership of the territory where their nesting grounds are. Um, it's like a defense against anti-predator defense apparently, and also their vocalizations help them unify as they're in transit. So their directional cues, to help them know where they're going and how to maneuver. So they work together really well as a team. So this is important for this download. I feel like hundreds of birds were getting off, and it seemed like they were all in unison. They were all going in one direction. Um, Also, the meaning of goose spiritually is about guidance, intuition, and trusting your inner wisdom, and also that you're being very supported by divine, by the divine, is also indicative. And let me just see. I'm just looking up what I got on the geese before I go into the rest. Yeah, the geese have this formation. It's patterns, V formation, migration patterns, and it allows them to conserve energy, to have efficient flying, and the behavior of it talks about leadership within the flock and also cooperation. All significant to this mediumship reference that I received. But the fact that is that I saw these geese, and Spirit made the song known in my mind at the time that I was observing them. So I wasn't actually hearing them, and I didn't connect that till now. I didn't actually hear them make the noise, which is weird because they're pretty loud birds. For those of you that have met a Canadian goose, you'll know they're very loud and their presence is very much known. So I was hearing the song Spirit in the Sky, and I was hearing, when I die and they lay me to rest, gonna go to the place that's the best. When I lay me down to die, going up to the Spirit in the sky. Going up to the Spirit in the sky, it's where I'm gonna go when I die, when I die, when I die and they lay me to rest. I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Prepare yourself, you know it's a must. We're gonna have a friend in Jesus. So you know that when you die, he's gonna recommend you to the Spirit in the sky. He'll recommend you to the Spirit in the sky. That's where you're gonna go when you die. When you die and they lay you to rest, you're gonna go to the place that's the best. And so this song kept going on as I was watching the geese take off. And, there's just some sort of significance in regards to the two, why I wasn't hearing the honking. It's like there's some sort of mirrored reality going on. There's some sort of alternate reality even, I feel. It's like kind of a perception that's like within a perception, if that makes any sense to those of you that are resonating with this message, with this channel today. So mirror references, something about transitioning, spiritual and personal growth, transformation, new beginnings. Very important. And this man has something to do with a lot of this too. I was reminded of the connotation in my room. Sorry, not the connotation. Why did I say connotation? So I was going to say commotion. I was reminded of the commotion in my room. But I said connotation. And connotation, I think, describes like a feeling or like an experience. Like it's like the imprinting, like the smell of muffins. A certain type of muffin might remind you of your grandma or something. So something with a room. And for instance, this particular room was my bedroom because I was being reminded of the noise that was happening in the visitation I received. So something to do with a bedroom, I'm going to assume. I'm just going to leave it there because whatever that part of the message, whatever slipped out there for that reason is significant for somebody here. And I'm just going to leave it there. You guys know what it is if it's for you. So I was reminded of the commotion. I almost said it again. I was reminded of the commotion in my room, and I started to think that something had been slammed into a wall or making noise. I also heard another name at this point, and the name was Frank. So 2:55 p.m. this afternoon, Spirit showed me, so something to do with, could be a connotation again, something to do with maybe Frank in a room. Could be a bedroom because the noise happened in my bedroom. So I'm just going to put that significance out there and something to do with Frank. So that's that message that Anthony wanted me to relay, I think, at that point. So 2:55 p.m., Spirit shows me this old-fashioned car in the color blue. There may have been a sheen to it, like perhaps a metallic kind of essence to it. And this car had round silver headlights and a grid. And it was like an old-fashioned car that, like, those like big, long cars, like big boats. It was like that. And I'm not sure, like, but I could sense that maybe there was a convertible top and maybe it was white. Pardon me. I also began hearing this particular car squealing like someone was gunning it really fast. And I'm also getting the sense they're trying to turn this vehicle fast and it may have flipped. I feel like there's a correlation with the man I saw earlier this morning, Anthony. There's some sort of correlation there with that car and him. What I'm seeing also, and I'm unsure if this is in relation, and maybe this is in Ottawa, this particular, like maybe the reference to this whole channel could be in Ottawa, or maybe this could be elsewhere. You'll know better if this is fitting for you. But I'm being shown the car show that used to occur on Carling Avenue at the Canadian Tire store. Um, I'm not sure. I don't think it goes on there anymore. But I know that now I've seen similar at the Tim Hortons parking lot on Maryville Road, and I'm unsure if it's the same thing. But essentially, people head there on a particular day with their hot rods, their bikes, and they hang out for the afternoon or the evening. And so I'm being showed this, and it's like I'm being showed this car, maybe this blue car, like maybe it was trying to do a U-turn at the Maryville lights, and it's a very busy road, Maryville, this particular intersection as well. It gets pretty congested, and I feel like this car was maybe trying to do a U-turn, and I'm not sure what it has to do with or why I'm seeing Maryville Road or why I'm seeing this car type show thing, but there's some form of significance here. Also, the car is a Chevy. Now, guys, if you're car people and you're watching this, please don't get mad. Don't get mad that I'm going to butcher the name of this vehicle because I don't know what this vehicle is called. I just know it's an old-fashioned Chevy, and I felt like I heard the name Paluta or Paruva. I'm not sure what that means or what that is, but that's what I heard. So I don't know if it's the name of the car, but that's what I'm hearing it sounds like. And that's essentially the download that I got today. So something to do with a car, something to do with the colors blue and gray, something to do with transition, something to do with life and death. A man named Anthony, a man named Frank is significant to this download. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this and see what's going to come up for this particular channel. I mean, they're always kind of unusual. Sometimes these come forward and all over the place, but they end up making sense by the end in some way, shape, or form. So I hope that this is what's going to happen for some of you. I just noticed there I'm trying to shuffle, and one of my cards was placed out. The Knight of Chalice. Let's just check out that card here. So this particular card is all about the creative expression. It's also like about empathic abilities, about the depth of one's empathic abilities, or their emotional depth. It's about understanding one's intuition or intuitive notions. This is all about beginning, I feel like the emotional journey, like beginning to dive into the different dynamics of one's emotions and understanding them in a different perspective than they may have once done. And it's also about following one's heart. So this could be of significance for today's download. I'm just going to place it here because it wasn't necessarily, I'm just going to see too if there's any other cards in here that are upright or backwards, going against the grain of the deck, I should say. Okay, so maybe the Knight of Chalices is somebody's going against the grain of what this message is going to relay, maybe, or what's going on in this message. Maybe that's it. Maybe someone's speaking things that maybe this someone is you. Maybe you're speaking things that most people don't speak about, or you go against the grain. Maybe this is significant. I'm just going to do another little shuffle. and then we'll get into the message. I'm sorry, I'm just pausing because I'm looking at the card and I'm thinking I'm just going to put it back in and see if it pops out again. Let's do another shuffle here. I have, I'm not diagnosed with it, but I have, I believe I have ADHD. I'm a pretty solid candidate for the poster child of it. But I find because I have this, sometimes remembering things like a card, and that can be difficult if I don't write it down or if I don't keep it in plain sight. So sometimes you'll see me sit there and think about, oh, those cards just flew right out. Oh, wow, okay. So I have 3 cards that just threw out. I'm going to take them. And I'm going to take them exactly the way that they flew. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. We have a Magician influencing it. King of Grains, as well as the 2 of Chalices. That's too many. I'm just really being drawn into the parting of the sea here, and the light in the center, the beam in this card, creating Empress. I'm going to take that in reverse just because of the way it flew out. If I feel like it needs to flip back, I will do so while we get to the end of the reading part of this portion. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so what I'm getting with the 10 of Grains here, and also with the Magician. What do we got back here again? Okay. Okay. So we have the 10 of Grains and the Magician. So what I'm getting from this is somebody is, someone's abundance. So this could be your abundance, or this people that came to me in spirit. Someone's abundance or ability to prosper is being influenced by one's perspective, maybe, or they're on their level of mastery, or of their level of mastery. Or there's some form of control with the presence of the Magician here. Magician being significant in the level of mastery as well. I feel like there's something about fulfillment of promises and blessings, being that it's the 10 of Grains, like the 10 of Pentacles, right? So some legacy or family heritage was built on someone's foundation is how this feels. So there's something sneaky going on with this energy here, which is leading to a king of Grains. So with the 10 of Grains here, this is a goal. This is a goal. It's like leading towards this goal of becoming a 10 of Grains. This feels very sly. It feels kind of sneaky, this energy. It's like this card is about like wise management of resources. And I feel like in regards to the channel, the 2 names that came up, maybe Anthony trusted in somebody, or maybe vice versa. But as Anthony was the main spirit that came to me to disclose the information that he did, I'm feeling like he was the one that was in the 10 of Pentacles, and somebody came in to become the King of Grains through his resources. And this person was maybe someone who managed his resources. Maybe he trusted him for whatever reason. This person was trusted, this King of Grains energy was trusted. And he had skills and he had foresight. What I'm getting is he was very skillful, very at planning, and he's very successful. And he was very careful in his planning to lead to the success of becoming a king of pentacles. And the Two of Cups here, the Two of Chalices, well, that indicates the partnership. There was a partnership, a friendship here. So these two people, like this person trusted this person. This person was a friend. This person became partner. There was a mutual respect and understanding in this relationship. And there was loyalty and support in this relationship as well. And again, the emotional and spiritual connection also emphasizes this particular card. It's like a bond on multiple layers and levels. It's definitely a deep bond of trust between two people. Except this card is also about harmony and balance in interactions. And like I said, there was some sort of experience with the channel coming in, leading out of night into the day, coming out of the dark into the light. That could also be significance. I feel like there's something shady in this energy in regards to what was being observed as authentic in exchange on one perspective was inauthentic in another's. And this is all leading, this is all in the past. Some sort of pact was made. Some sort of truce and understanding. A whole lot of trust was placed into this individual between these two souls, embarking on some form of experience of gaining richness, gaining prosperity or abundance. But now with the Empress in here, this is opening up a whole new part to this message. The Empress being wise. The Empress being somebody who is very nurturing, very strong too, but very gentle at the same time. With intuition, like there's like a mirror reference here. I think this is a mirror reference. And this could be like this is starting to open up into like a third party understanding here with an Empress and two people creating some form of pact recently towards this Empress. And this Empress is following her heart and her connection. What's showing up is the Sacred Heart and also the angelic connection, the connection, her connection to the angelic realms. Pardon me. My throat all of a sudden. We're going to clarify something here. Clarify the King of, clarify the Two of Chalices in regards to the Empress. That's what I thought. So we have this Four of Swords come in reverse, just flipped out. And so something's been flipped. Again, a mirror image. Something's been flipped. And it's the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is always about, well, in this particular deck, it's about a tomb in a coffin. It's about solitude, withdrawal, and exile. So this has now been returned, and it seems somebody has passed in regards to an empress. So that could be of significance here. So maybe they went against the empress. Maybe the empress was the one holding the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe also there was influence here with this particular, because there's a partnership here that happened, right? And I feel like one of the partnership had more than the other, and there was some sort of understanding moving forward, some sort of agreement, some sort of, we're going to clarify that now. What was the connection between the Two of Chalices? Thank you. A King of Wands in reverse. So Magician is up on the board as well. So they're doing spell work. They're doing, I mean, that's just very significant for the Four of Swords in reverse. It's like spell work is backfired. So we have a King of Pentacles and a King of Wands in reverse. So working in tandem with a King of Wands in reverse, trying to create some form of wealth moving forward. Let's see here. Everything is flipping in reverse. I had to check my cards to see if they were in reverse. Emperor in reverse again. Emperor in reverse here. So that's going to clarify the outcome here. Well, the future energy of this here, which is the Emperor in reverse. Okay. And the Emperor in reverse is abuse of power, I believe. Tyrant energy. And they made some poor judgments and indecisions about this Empress. That now they're dealing with, I think, some backlash for their actions. Let's just move into the depth of this a little further just to see what's going on. So what's going on in regards to this this channel here? What do I need to know about the current position? Two of Candles in reverse. Oh, there's a card over here. Four of Chalices. So I'm going to put that one first because that was sitting over here quietly. Four of Chalices. Two of Candles. Someone's in deep regret. Let's see here. It's the emotional. Four of Grains. Let's just see here. So the Four of Chalices was just quietly sitting over here. So someone's kind of hiding, I feel. Someone's hiding. They're having a period of discontent. They're trying to reevaluate what went wrong. There's some sort of missed opportunity. So maybe they did not fulfill what they were hoping to gain from this backfire of spell work. And they have to change their perspective. And they're doing this quietly. And then they have this Two of Candles in their environment here, which is like they're at a crossroads and they have to kind of have to pull up their socks and just find the courage in them to stand up for one's beliefs. And somebody who's thriving through the difficulty. This has been reversed. So somebody on one spectrum is at a crossroads. They're like standing up for their beliefs. They're finding leadership, their clarity in their purpose and their vision. But somebody who's sitting here in this Four of Cups energy, reflecting on their behaviors, they're now hesitating in making their decisions. They don't seem to have a lot understanding of their purpose moving forward. Their fear of confrontation, there's doubt, They're avoiding the critical choices in life. So there's like a lot of mirror flipped mirror energy because of this spell work that's backfired. It just seems like someone's just sitting in their sorrows, like, what was the point of all of this? Like, look where it got me. um the Four of Grains is about, like, they're watching this empress. I feel it's this empress. Like, I feel like they went after this empress. I feel like she became the third party here, or targeted, and now they're watching her in her environment. So somebody could be watching you if you're this empress energy. um you could have had somebody try to take over your stability, your abundance, and this could be abundance in your ability to think straight, your ability to connect and create, your abundance in your emotional capabilities, your abundance in your physicality, like abundance in love, abundance in wealth, abundance in life, that all your stability, anything that was secured for you. And being the 10 of Grains, it seems like a lot was someone was trying to influence it and take it from you, and they failed miserably. And now they're sitting there watching you. And the Four of Grains is about, like, maybe you're rebuilding yourself. Maybe you've come from hard times, and material security and abundance is what you're trying to fulfill. And you're being very prudent as you move forward. Maybe you've trusted people in the past that you shouldn't have trusted. I feel like you don't know these people, though. You're starting to recognize that you maybe are more abundant than you thought you were. Maybe you didn't know that you had this abundancy, and these people found out. Maybe you're spiritually abundant, and these people found out about this and decided to try to pull the energy towards themselves to create some sort of fruitful existence for them, while taking away from yours and keeping you stuck in a rut, stuck in some form of discord that wasn't creating balance or harmony for you. But you're stable and you're reliant, you're self-reliant, and you're balancing things materially and spiritually. And I think this is what they're observing with you. And I think it's kind of creating some sort of inner discord. We have the wheel within a will at the end of at the bottom of the deck here. So closing out cycles. Yeah, look, with double energy. They're gonna try it again. The formulating new ways of trying it again. That's their contemplation here. Not feeling bad. Let's move into this some further and see what's going on here. Okay, so clarify this devil energy, please. They don't give a crap. Yeah, Knight of Wands. You're like this big bad monster, and they're coming to get you. It's a cause. They believe there's a reason. There's a need for this. You must be taken down. This is their attempt. They're going to keep attempting to achieve this type of experience for you until they feel like they're going to succeed. I don't think they're going to succeed. I think they're just going to keep becoming very sorely disappointed. This card stands for, like, the strength through adversity. You've gone through a lot. You're the Empress. Like, you've been through it all. If you're having the Empress status, nothing is going to phase you, and you're likely seeing all of this coming. Yes, this is a confrontation of power skill. Like, people don't like what you're standing for. You're speaking your truth. You're standing up for something that's of significance for you, and these people aren't liking it. There's something that's in the way that I feel like there's like some form of a lie, some sort of contorted control here. Because at the beginning it was something to do with someone trying to control the outcome of some form of outcome, and also one's perspective. I believe was what the Ten of Pentacles being influenced by the Magician began this spread with. So yeah, you're doing something that's going against the grain. You're on one spectrum, flying off, supportive, in unison, in sync. You're working with spirit. You're working with the people that you trust and love, that you know, you've learned to know these are your people. And here you have these two These two people that just came in off the street, it feels they don't know who the heck you are. They're told a story about you and they believe it and they're just going to go at it. They have a cause and they're confronting you and all of your power and your skill because of this cause. This is how it is feeling. Anything more? Seven of Cups in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. They're in delusion. Like they have false promises. They're overwhelmed with these. It's like they're escaping some sort of reality trying to come for you. And they have these unrealistic expectations. They're being delivered by the devil himself to say it's okay. And they're coming up against you and they think they're going to win because of this. And they're just really delusional. It's just not going to happen is how this feels. And they're not even like feeling sorry about what they've done. Like there's no remorse, there's no understanding or reflection upon their behavior. I'm being called to grabbing my, let me just get this deck here. Okay. All right, so tell me a little bit more about what's gone on and what to keep in mind for the collective here that's in this understanding here. Hold on here. Okay, so what do we need to know that's coming up? Fire. That came up in another reading recently. Someone could be thinking about setting something on fire. They're all fired up. They're setting something on fire. Things are going to spread like wildfire. Maybe this is illuminating like wildfire. Or they're considering... I feel like there's something with the fire, like maybe they're thinking of setting something on fire, so be wary of this. Be on the alert. That's come up in another reading too recently. So you're that much of a threat that they feel like fire is the resolution of it. An assistant. With assistance. So fire, an assistant, a neighbor. Neighbor could be of significance as well. It's a lot. Ill intent, reversed uncle, gaslighting, being reversed, power. Okay, ill intent. The gaslighting and the uncle came in the reverse, something with power. So we have a neighbor here, we have ill intent, we have power. And the gaslight and the uncle. So let me just think about this for a second because it's feeling kind of interesting here. I feel like someone is not really someone's uncle, but they're known as an uncle. They're called an uncle, but they're not their uncle. Some form of term of endearment, like the chain. I'm being showed the necklace of Anthony, I think it was. Like it's a signature piece that he wears that he's known for. This person gets called uncle, and it's in reverse. So that's what's telling me it's not really a real uncle. And this person's affiliated, I think, with your neighbor and also gaslighting tactics. So this uncle is gaslighting this neighbor. They're making them believe there's false, there's some sort of falsity to why it's okay to consider setting fire like as an assistant. There's fire. This is fire. Let's check it out. I'm going to remove these and get my clarifiers here. Hold on. Yeah, because this feels like like somebody's aiding and abetting something. There's something that's going to be, I think that's the right word. Okay. That's messed up. Trying to steal from somebody. They're going to set them on fire because they can't. Like, honestly, what the hell? Okay, so tell me about this neighbor. I think the fact that they think they're going to get away with it is kind of funny too. Six of Cups, Four of Wands in the reverse. Let me just double check that I'm holding these in the upright. Okay. Four of Wands, Six of Cups. Okay, so with the Six of Cups in the reverse, this is clarifying it's not family. This uncle character is not someone from the family, but it is someone from the past. And I feel like this person, because it's like they're not having like I feel like there's some sort of insincere like they're looking sincere, like they're coming across as there's like I feel like there's this undertone because there's ill intent here and there's power, and this just feels like there's some sort of, and there's gaslighting. It's almost like this person, maybe this neighbor of yours, did something in the past that this uncle is holding over their head now, and they're gaslighting them. Like, if you don't do this for me, I'm going to da 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 da, and this person does not want that information to get out. I feel like that's what it is. So the Four of Wands is also in reverse, and this is about unsupports. This person doesn't support this neighbor. This person is in discord or has an unstable foundation. They're insecure. They have a lack of gratitude. It's like they're not celebrating anything. There's a solitary undertone of this. Like, it's not like a teamwork. It's like separation. It's like, you're going to do this for me because you owe me. And I feel like that's what this uncle character is doing to this neighbor. So we have uncle in the reverse who's gaslighting a neighbor from their past to do something that's shady, act as an assistant to cause fire. I think there's something about a fire. So be very mindful if this feels like this is for you, or if you know this is for you. Be very mindful. Somebody's thinking or planning some sort of fire, an ill intent to gain power. So let's just double check the fire here. Clarify fire, please. Because it's for sure this person's fired up, but I don't think it stops there. I think it's like they're thinking, like, how can we destroy this person? How can, because it was sacrificial. Like, it was like they wanted to kill them. The energy went back. This, was it the four? Yeah, the Two of Candles, Four of, yeah, the Moon in reverse. Oh, what just came out? Five of Cups. Landed sideways. We'll take it in. Yeah, they're feeling this. Did another card fly out? Hold on here. I felt like there was another card somewhere. Okay. Five of Cups reverse. The Moon in reverse. Yeah, because they're stuck, right? They're feeling very stuck. They're in stuck energy. They can't make anything. Things are being hidden from them now. Things are confusing because the spellwork's backfired. So whatever they were wanting to do to you is now coming back on them, or has been coming back on them, and they can't make sense of anything. And like the moon being reflective, like, let's see here. Like, it's like they're projecting their anxiety, their distortion, their perception outwardly. And they have this repressed emotions about what has been done. And the Five of Cups signifies that as well. Like, the Five of Cups is all about grief, loss, disappointment, right? Pessimism, letting go. But this is reversed. So whatever they were hoping for you, which was for you to be disappointed, for you to have a loss, for you to be placed in some form of grief, gloomy, serious type of moody energy, they're experiencing. And that's what's kind of fueling this undertone of fire. So they're in a depressive state and they don't know what to do, and this is where they're going. Talk to me about ill intent and power, please. The world in reverse, yeah. Ill intent and power is the world in reverse. And it's all because they have not reached their goal. They're not going to stop until they reach their goal. They're being led by the devil. Let's not forget, the devil is ruling this person. This person's likely got a demonic entity or some form of attachment that's creating some form of disturbance on them. They have lack of closure. They're repeating the patterns. It's like their cycle. They're repeating a new cycle. A new cycle of an old cycle, I should say, because they're not really going in the growth. So that's the mirror image of it all. Let me see. Is there anything more that you want to tell me from this deck? Birds in reverse. Interesting. The birds at the beginning of the... God, it's so funny. Where did this card come from? I didn't even know it was in here. Okay, so birds in reverse. To me, it's like making me think about... When I think about birds, I always get visitations with many types of birds. I always like to acknowledge them. I feel like birds bring messages from spirit. I often, I don't know, there's a lot of medicine when you look up the meaning of birds, and you know, you'll have certain birds that will visit you your whole life. And I've had experiences like this. So it's kind of interesting for me to see the birds today flying off, which they always do. Like I do notice them. But today it was like, and then that song came in my head, The Spirit in the Sky. And it's like they're taking off in unison. They're all working together. They're working with spirit in the sky, right? They're working together. And this is in reverse. These people that have done this to you don't have spirit connection. They're not being held by their ancestors. They don't have any type of protection. So they're really getting hit by the spell work that they're sending to you, because you're the Empress, and I feel like you have high protection. Let's clarify the Empress here. Let's take these cards back, and let's just clarify the Empress a bit. As I feel like you're highly protected. When I look at this, you have the Sacred Heart of Jesus, of Mary, of Joseph. You have the pure connection to divine. You're surrounded by angelic presence. So you are somebody who is connected to the spirit realm. Clarify the character, the being of the Empress. And it's like justice in reverse. Clarify more. Okay, Five of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, so the mirror image of this, again, this is very significant, mirror imaging. So you are somebody who's who's an Empress. But I also feel like you have a neighbor that could be an Empress as well. Because I'm not feeling the energy of you being somebody who's unfair or unjust or have lack of integrity, but I do feel like there is an energy with the neighbor. So you might have a female neighbor that is a mother, emphasizing that, who portrays divine connection or a connection with God. Let's clarify this. Is there another Empress? I didn't even consider that at the beginning of this until that just happened. The Lovers. Yeah. The Lovers. There's two Empresses, perceived Empresses. One likely in the reverse, working with a reversed Emperor. Nine of Wands being sent back. And the Nine of Wands came out with the Devil energy. So that clarifies that. So to me, because the Nine of Wands in reverse is the opposite. It's like you're standing up for what's important. You're expressing yourself, even though it's hard, or you're coming up against multiple difficulty. Like you are the wounded warrior. And I feel like you are very, this card is all about being tired and needing some relief, and the Lovers is also clarifying that as well. And the Lovers is all about making choices, and the Crossroads is coming up again, and commitment and communication and love, and it's all about coming back to yourself. So I feel like there's two Empresses here. On one side, there's the Justice in reverse, which is unfair. Like this is somebody who's been, maybe they have a lack of integrity. They're self-centered. Self-centered is really highlighting here. They've been unfair or unjust to you. This could be your neighbor. This is somebody who's working with somebody who calls themselves an uncle. So they have some sort of blackmail or some sort of difficulty. And there's someone who's also in the Five of Pentacles, so they're not doing well financially. So they're maybe being paid for something, or they owe somebody something to be able to get something of significance. Let's see here. Clarify the uncle with the reverse Empress. Ten of Swords. Yeah, they're threatening her. So she feels like she has her back up against the wall. She has no choice. Creating some sort of illusion for you. So you may have a neighbor that's, smiling in your face, but behind your back, they're planning to kill you. They're planning to set some sort of fire to your home, or some sort of a blaze for you, or whatever they're doing is going to start to become a blaze under the moon in reverse that came out for one of these cards. So that's of significance. I want to get into this a little bit deeper just to see who we're dealing with. Maybe we could get some characteristics. Just give me a sec. I'll get that deck out. This is exhausting energy. I just don't understand people. Like, honestly, like, let's see here. Okay, describe to me the uncle. So someone who has a long nose, somebody has a button nose. Okay, so they might just give you a bunch of different things. Tell me about the people in this message. So someone has a button nose, someone has a long nose. Someone has black hair, dark hair. Okay, so someone has lightly dusted wrinkles. Someone's a little bit older in age. Someone has an oval-shaped face. Someone has clear skin. Someone has natural makeup. Someone has green eyes. Kind of short nose. Apple-shaped body. Thick hair. Close set eyes. Someone might wear a cowboy hat. Gray eyes. So light colored eyes, gray eyes. Whoa. Someone can have oily skin. Somebody can have a convex nose. Missing teeth, low cheekbones, and dry skin. So these are some of the characters, some of the features that people have. Let's see if there's a bit more. I feel like that's inverted triangle shaped body. Whoa. A weave. Someone can have a weave. Somebody can have blue eyes. Somebody could be explosive in their demeanor. Acne prone skin. Wavy nose structure. Someone can have a bump in their nose. And downturned eyes. Anything else? Sun hat. Someone can wear sun hats. Someone can have an oblong face. Oblong faces usually look good with short hair. And when they have longer hair, their face tends to look a little bit longer. So if somebody has long hair with an oblong face, they likely put it back up in ponytails or up off their face to create this balance in the jawline where it doesn't feel so elongated. Someone's had plastic surgery or goes and gets plastic surgery. I was talking about plastic surgery today. I was talking about like wrinkles and stuff with my partner today that came up in conversation. Just having daughters and just young kids, I just find everywhere I look, and just being someone who's worked in the beauty industry to know how intertwined they get into our lives, and it distorts the way we view ourselves. And there's just, for women, like, we are just taught to hate ourselves if we don't look like we're 20. Like when we're young, we try to look older, and when we get older, we want to look younger. And I find this has been something I've battled a lot in my life throughout my younger years. And now that I'm at the age I'm at, I try to just embrace the pieces of me that I just maybe don't feel as perfect but I don't want to change the way I am either, because I'm very grateful to be where I'm at the age that I'm at. And I need my children to understand that we grow older, and that's not promised. And I'm not wanting to necessarily remove the markings that show I'm older, or that I have lived, or I'm weathered, or I have gone through something. I just have always looked at the state of our being as our hair, our nails, the extensions of ourselves, the way our bodies are, whether we're thin or we're bigger. There's always stories that intertwine in these references. And it's just interesting that this is coming up in the reading. So I guess this was in my energy earlier today regarding this channel. And so somebody might not feel so confident in how they look, that they may have had some sort of disturbance, like maybe they've had a scar or something where they felt the need to intervene and create a balance in the way that they feel about it. So that is significant in regards to the plastic surgery card popping out. That's the last card I'm going to call. Someone has no teeth. Someone might wear dentures, or has no teeth at all, or they're about to lose their teeth maybe with karma. Maybe they're doing something to someone's teeth. That just kind of came into my mind. And someone has flared nostrils. Okay, we can go on and on with these ones. So we have someone with flared nostrils, no teeth, plastic surgery, oblong face, sun hat, downturned eyes, blue eyes, acne-prone skin, a wavy nose structure, so the bump in the nose. Someone wears a weave. Someone has inverted triangle-shaped body. So their top portion of their body is lengthier width-wise as opposed to their midsection, which is angled inwards like a reverse triangle. Someone has low cheekbone. Someone has dry skin. Someone has missing teeth. Someone has oily skin. Someone has gray eyes, a convex nose, a cowboy hat, some closed eye set, thick hair, apple-shaped body, short nose, green eyes. Someone wears natural makeup. Someone has clear skin. Someone has an oval-shaped face. Someone has a long nose. Someone has lightly dusted wrinkles. Someone has a button nose. Someone has black hair. For the missing teeth, it could also appear that teeth are missing. For somebody, just I'm reminded that I have a tooth that was pulled when I was younger that grew inwards, and it looks like I'm missing a tooth on the side of my mouth because of it. So it could be that they're not really missing a tooth. It just looks like they're missing a tooth as well. Okay, so I'm just going to jump into one more deck of cards here to investigate a little further about why they're going after this Empress, what are their intentions, and who they are. So let's see what this deck wants to show us here. Ooh. Oh, okay. So the moon, and it did land in the reverse, so somebody is feeling suppressed, or they're trying to suppress you. Somebody could be a Cancer. Somebody could be born between June 21st and July 22nd. Could have these characteristics. And I think the card landed sideways, so we'll take it in reverse. So somebody's emotional, they're clingy, they're insecure, and they contradict themselves. Now, Cancer doesn't have to necessarily be their main sign. They could have Cancer in their chart, so you can place it how it fits if it resonates. Neptune. So this is about dreams, illusions, visionary, mystery, sacrifice, and secretive. Landed sideways. So confusion, deception, subconscious, and elimination. So yeah, they're trying to create confusion. They're deceiving you. They're doing something with your subconscious. This could be related to the magician or the reverse Knight of Wands that came up in regards to the pair, the two of chalices earlier, I believe. And also elimination. So sacrificial energy, the fire, hence the fire. So that's Neptune energy ruled. Who else is involved here? Whoa! Like a whole, like, explosive. Like, this is really pissing people off. This is like really explosive, shaky, like on multiple levels and layers. Like, people's lives are falling apart because of this circumstance, is how this feels. And they're blaming this. All eyes are on this Empress. All eyes are on this Empress. And all the eyes that are on the Empress are freaking being led by the devil. Okay, then we have the fifth house. Let me just read this back here. It's hard to see in the light here. So this is all about creative and self-expression. So the way you are creative, the way you express yourself is of significance. So people don't like this. They're going after you for this reason. Leo could be significant. Something to do with the heart and your back. You may have been experiencing attacks. So if you're feeling attacks like heart palpitations, this came up in a reading before recently too. Heart palpitations, some form of pain in your back or distortion in your back, like you wake up and you have a pain in your back. You might be under attack, spiritually speaking, and you might want to revoke and you will probably want to revoke and rebuke that when you get these little pains. And you'll notice if you're a follower of Jesus, if you're a lover of Jesus, if you believe in God, and you revoke and rebuke this in the name of God, God will have your back and take it out if it's spell work or if it's some sort of discord, depending on your ranking and your protection level. I'm assuming if this message is resonating for you, you are the Empress in the upright and you have high protection. So I would revoke and rebuke it, cast it out of your energy field, and cultivate something better with that energy. Ask your ancestors to help you with this. I'm sure you're already on that, though. If that's the case, you are very well aware of what's going on. Who else is involved? Or what else is involved? Where did that go? So someone's in their North Node. So you're a mentor, you're a life purpose, opportunity, growth, destiny, develop. So you're someone here who is definitely on your purpose. You are definitely moving forward. You have lots of growth and opportunity. Your destiny awaits. And on the flip side, the people going up against you are learning life lessons and gaining a lot of karma in their actions. Karma that I don't think they're going to want to deal with one day when it fully is received or lined up on a plate for them. Oh, there's a card backwards too. Okay, let's check this out. So someone could be a pig. They could be born in any of these years, have any of these traits. Okay. Something about Uranus. Something about the way you transform, the way you get new beginnings, the way you go through the spell work. You're blazing through it. You're creative, you're spontaneous, you are creating new things. You're changing this world. There's something about what you're here to do that's of high significance. As well as the 8th house, this is the house of transformation. So the way you regenerate and your inheritance is of significance here. So you might have a spiritual inheritance that they're after, or maybe you actually have a physical inheritance that these people are aware of and they're trying to take it from you or continue to keep it hidden from you somehow through each connection that we make. There are 6 connections apparently that we have, right? So something about the line of connections that you have could be relatable. And also there's something about the telephone game that just came up again in my mind about yesterday's reading that could be of significance, like one person relaying a message to another that calls another down the line. Maybe you have multiple neighbors coming up after you, working together simultaneously, acting like they're not. Who knows? You know what's going on around you. So just use your discernment and be very mindful of actions of those around you, because somebody is really out to get you. That's how this feels. I don't think they're going to be successful, though. The devil never wins. You could be a Virgo. Somebody could be a Virgo. There could be a Scorpio involved, pig involved as well. And I got that card there. Was there another card? No, I think I'm going to leave it there. One more? Okay. One more. 9th house. Something about philosophy, the way that you look at life is of significance. And also travel. There's something to do with travel moving forward. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave that here. There's something significant coming for you in regards to the way you view things, the way you think of the world, the way you act in the world. And there might be some rewards in regards to travel. Some news could be traveling to you. Something is coming up in regards to the way you hold yourself in this world. So keep your head up, keep moving forward. You know what your mission is. You know what you're here to do. And what's being illuminated is a lot of spell work is being backfired. And what's been done in the dark is now being lit. Like the darkness came into the morning, into the day. There's something being lit up. The fact that spirit can communicate through us as well really emphasizes that the truth can be seen and will be heard, and will be illuminated in the ways that they do. Sometimes I get these readings and I don't know how they affect or what their purpose is until later I find out, oh, this opened up this door, and I guess this is what happened here. So you never know what happens. You never know how things will come out. But the mighty God is all powerful and has his ways of doing the things he needs to do to make sure that his children of God are taken care of and moving forward in their abilities and their pathways, because you have purpose. So with that said, I'm going to leave it here. Until next time, guys, take care. Thanks for sharing space with me.